10.
Check, cheese, easy. Green, come see. Right there. Come, baby.
This is Mostert. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 45 on second down. Winston. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Ready? Watch 25. Check. Watch 54. Blue down.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Winston. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 30.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You ain't going nowhere. Let's go now.
Mostert. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Watch out.
Now Mostert. And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 21.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
53, Mike. Target. Check 13. Check it back. No. Hey, 5 on 50. Here we go, even. Hey, 5 points.
They'll let the fullback try and pick it up. This is Anthony Sherman. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Here I come again. Watch the twist. Flip. Easy.
Now the Auburn product, Corey Grant. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Corey Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
On first down, Pollard. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Run. He's done. Put it to him, Jet. Over. Put it to him. Jet. Bowman. Kill.
On 2nd down, Pollard. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
50 seconds to mine. Check tight.
Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. And that will be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
38 yards on the scamper there.
Let's go.
38 yards on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. 2nd quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Mostert. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Well, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. First down, Murray. And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And this is going to be back-to-back tackles for a loss here as the Falcons defense yet again drops him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Black 25, 53. I got it. 5-0. Let's go.
From the gun, Winston. It's caught by Davis. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
Let's go. Ready. Black 22. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I don't even know why
On 2nd down now, it's Grant. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Winston. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They will run with Grant. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Wait. 54. Check. Watch 54.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 28.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Blue lady. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go.
Jameis now on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Damiere Byrd, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
At the 28-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will pin him nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
On 3rd down, Winston. They will find Davis. That's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Well, he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Switch. Kill. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
They don't want it. Keep playing.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
53 is the mic.
Jameis to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. Winston now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Check 53 is mine. Know your job.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. This will be caught by Brown. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Winston. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A first down throw for Winston. He'll get this one complete to Davis. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Man left, man left. Hey, hey, hey. You got three, you got three. Three down, three down. He's on it. He's checking. Crash, crash.
Final play of the half here. Winston. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
Come on now, let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Winston now. And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Going to run again here with Pollard. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs' 19-yard line. A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. On third down, it's Pollard. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be fourth down and a few inches. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on fourth down. They'll run for it with Pollard. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now.
Ready? Black 25. 54. In your face.
Got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Going to give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Winston. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Quinnen Williams, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
To throw is Murray. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's Pollard again. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, 20, and he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 68 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
Buccaneers 13-yard line.
57, go.
And now Murray's going to set up to throw. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's go. 60 yards. I'm on. Watch time. Tight end right.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. Sanders' kick is good. And that'll move him back within 6 now. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the counter. Grant. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets them into a 3rd and 1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Get ready. Blue lady. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Murray now to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 11 yards there. First down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Murray. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
53, 53.
On first down, it's Grant, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Atlanta. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. They go back to Grant. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Grant. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Brings up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. That one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a 1-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Here we go. Here we go. 57 days.
Now Armstead. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
On second down, Pollard. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The tackle by Cole Holcomb.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Falcons on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Hey.
Murray sets to throw on 4th. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Murray now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That'll go as a loss of 5. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Murray with a 3rd and long. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will not be able to get the first as he can get this only down to the 5. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. DJ Chark with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large. But here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
Ready? Watch
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Grant, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Winston. This one caught by Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Falcons' 49-yard line.
Green, triple C. Check, Mike 54. Mike 54.
He'll look to throw. Completes it to Corey Grant. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. He's back to throw. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And he'll give it here to his running back. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And some room to roam now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. They'll run on first down. Grant. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. So now a two-point conversion attempt coming for Winston and the Bucs.
Hey, let's get this.
Winston to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So the inability there to get the two-point conversion sort of leaves the door at least a little bit more ajar.
And puts the onus now on the kickoff team and the defense to make sure they don't give up a big play that puts them in position to lose.
Especially on this kickoff. Got to be careful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. DJ Chark with 6 seconds remaining. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. Now Murray toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I think it's easy to figure out why they went for 2 there, right? You want to make sure you're guarding against a field goal beating you.
Yeah, but with this little time on the clock, they just need to worry about protecting on the kickoff.
That's the big one, and with the kickoff coming up, I wouldn't squib it. I would kick it deep, but not so deep that the return guy can get it. I want to make someone else handle the football. Yeah, put some height on it and take some time down.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of hill.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it. I
love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Falcons, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Hat on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon.